Influencers are always saying they aren't allowed to reveal something, or you'll find out soon, which really grinded my gears. But then I became one. Back in November, I went on the Sidemen and now Netflix's Inside, and I haven't been allowed to speak about it since. Not when people questioned why I didn't go to any of my housemates' shows, not on my podcast as I sat relating to some things my co-host was explaining about a show he'd been on, and not even on the Sidemen Drunk Bingo, filmed 2 days after I left their house. And this was all okay. Until the live date got pushed back from February to March. That just won't do. Oh, and my solution, you ask? Well, I'll just leak it to you in progressively more and more obvious ways in the hopes that the Sidemen and Netflix don't sue me. This doesn't seem like a great idea.
Look, I'm inside! That's
Crazy. The idea here is simply play the harmonica.
But George, what does that mean? How's that got anything to do with inside? Shush your silly little face, you'll find out, I guess.
Instead of just playing it, I'm going to say that I was inside into the harmonica.
And people are gonna be none the wiser, the silly little bastards. Either that, or I literally get sued off the rip, and your boy's losing loads of money.
This is embarrassing, I don't know what to say. I'm in my musical era recently, since dropping the dirtiest diss track since time began. So I thought I'd play you a little song, and it goes something like this. There you go.
That feels really obvious. I really overthink. I don't want to upset anyone.
What am I saying right now? Comment down below. That was subscribe to the channel, yeah? Nobody comment now because otherwise you'll be cheating. Okay, people, updates. People enjoying it. I've had a few people rate my performance badly, but I did decide to add on it a rating system with that I wrote, "This really came from inside, I hope you enjoy." Which I feel off the rip may have been a bit too obvious. I'll have a look at my message requests. What a banger. That's good. Are you available for my funeral? Okay, Bob Dylan. Trigger warning for emotional masterpiece next time. Nobody's caught on. I hope Chris shoves it up your ass. I think I'm in the clear. Nobody's caught on. I'm a genius. Okay, so the first post now has been up 7 hours. And not one single idiot has figured out that I'm on Inside yet. So I think I'm gonna have to try a bit harder. Right, so I've got the charity match coming up in... Shit. I'm joking, it's like Saturday, so 4 days time, that's quite close. So I was thinking, if I do a post, a little mirror selfie in my gym gear saying, "Yo, Sidemen, it's almost time," but then cupboard is open and tracksuit is inside. Sorry, it is relevant. That should have probably shown that initially rather than going, "And I've got clothes in my cupboard." That's the plan. So I got to get into my gym gear. Ugh. Oh, did someone order the same gentleman but in different clothes? I now look like I'm ready to go. Boom! To quote AJ and Big Justice. All I need to do now is pop the trackie behind me. That seems fairly obvious. Is that too obvious? Is that too obvious? Do they pop out like a sore thumb? POV, I'm in front of it going, eh. You're not even going to bother looking at the background anyway. Oh, this is going to go dummy crazy. That's not normal. I've never posed like that in my life. If I'm here, you've got it in the background there. But if I'm there, why am I showing in my room? This isn't an interior design program. This is some dickhead who's trying to get himself sued. What am I, Ronaldo? Oh, cut that now. Actually, check this shit out. Can't really go for that pose. That doesn't seem like something I'd ever do. West Side, am I choosing, is that like choosing a gang? How do you do bloods? Can you, oh. Should I do a crit? Oh, how actually, oh, but that... I did actually take a photo there. I don't know what I've done there. That seems vaguely offensive in some way. Oh, that's hot. That's sexy. That might be the one. I've taken 77 photos. Are any of these good? So I'm thinking, post that bad boy with the caption, last few days of preparation at Sidemen. Everyone's going to think it's the charity match. This is genius level stuff. Nobody's even going to think about looking in the cupboard. And if they do, oh no, he's got clothes. Sue me. Actually, if you are Netflix or Sidemen, don't.
It's going down like a storm already. It's currently sitting on upload. It's not been uploaded yet.
Right, so the post has been up now for 5 hours. It's not been that long of a gym set. It's been viewed by 95,000 people currently. Oh, this is just a nice person saying they've made themselves a bracelet for the charity match. Thank you very much, Ayla. But you're a buffoon. You haven't sussed out my tomfoolery. You're such an idiot, such a virgin. Right, well that's... You're the toughest mudder. You're the idiotist mudder. High five, guys. Alright. As of yet, you have no idea what I'm doing to you. Right before your very eyes. So I guess I'll have to check in tomorrow for post numero 3. But unfortunately that night didn't go quite as swimmingly as I would have hoped. And I had bad news. Okay, this isn't post 3. I went to bed last night, as I do most nights, and I saw this message. And I don't know explicitly that he's caught, but it looks a little bit like he has. I shan't be telling anybody about this. I'm thinking that maybe post 3 shouldn't be one that is letting on to anything. Also, actually, while I'm here, I'll do a quick check to see if nobody else has cottoned on. That last push was pile provoking. Again, these are these hurt quite a lot, as do the piles. Let's get to it. I think I'm going to reduce myself to a mere selfie in the sun. If I just squint the hell out of the sun and say, oh, did I do golden hour right? Oh my god, that's such a sexy selfie. Golden hour doing me wonders. I'm a genius, we've established that.
My plan of action is to film the screen talking about what people think is inside out. But anybody that knows that I'm talking about inside, they'll be like, oh, okay, that kind of applies a bit, I guess. I'm really playing with fire here.
There we go.
I didn't realise there was a second one. Am I going silly and I've just filmed my bank card. Maybe I should cancel that one. I didn't realise there was a second one. Is this something that I've done it again, my bank card. Am I about to have the best time of my life, or did they ruin it in the second time round?
I was talking about inside the whole time and nobody's gonna know.
And because nobody knew, I thought it was quite a good time to let somebody else in on the action.
The world doesn't know. But I've started teasing that I am.
Right.
In the hopes that Netflix or the Sidemen don't sue me.
I hope you don't legally get in trouble with it, George. How much fun are you having doing these little bits? Oh my god, you know what the worst part is? I'm going to be clicking every one of your stories being like, right, where's the correlation? So, that's posted.
I get so scared every time I post it because I'm like...
By the way, can I just say, that's probably the most bait one yet. I just want to say, that one right there might be the most bait one. Just because of the search bar just inside.
So the things I've got planned are, obviously... Oh, but if nobody catches on by the time well, that's insane.
That's really impressive, yeah.
And with Cal fully on my side,
The one you just posted, you're gonna get a reply.
I left a little time before checking in to see if people were still none the wiser. Right, so the post has been live for 40 whole Great British minutes now. And I'm yet to check the replies. Currently 10,000 people have seen it, 140,000 have seen the one from last night, and 70,000 on the dampener. Let's see if there's any responses to this. You've def's been living under a rock, haha. Definitely worth the watch. What, season 2 of Inside? Do you know what? As of right now, I think we're still in the clear. It looks like I'm going to have to try a little bit harder for the next post. Because you just have not got a clue what's going on.
I've decided I'm going to drop a little follow-up, so anybody that does catch some taste of Inside, pause. They'll be like, oh, he really is actually just watching Inside Out. Is this just propaganda to make kids upset? I'll put a poll that just says, I cried, and then another one that says, grow up. I'm in a completely different outfit, but who cares? Really, actually. But there we go, I'll just let that sit, and then maybe I'll catch you later. And I'll pull the wool over so many people's eyes. Bah.
But it seemed maybe I was getting a little too ahead of myself, because that smile soon turned right upside down.
Someone has just tagged me in a video on TikTok with a screen recording of my story saying George hinting at him being inside Men Inside Season 2. This was posted 18 minutes ago and it's got 200 views. I hope this doesn't blow up. That's the first solid bit of guesswork from someone. Oh, it's got worse. It's getting worse. This is the first message I saw when I went into my Instagram messages. Girl that's been here for a year. Oh, hold on, I just got what you were trying to say. I think she still thinks I'm talking about Inside Out. Next person though, is this your way of telling us you're inside Men's Inside? She's not really beating around the bush there. Shit. Is this to soft launch that you're inside Men's Inside Season 2? Netflix is not going to be happy with me. Inside in brackets out too. Oh no, I think people are catching on. I've had about 4 or 5 messages now insinuating that they've caught on. I think I'm going to need a few stories to pad it out. The next things that I post are going to have to be even more tactical. So I needed to make a plan in the hope that things didn't blow up even further. But before I could do so, they already did. So things have gotten a bit worse. As of telling Mr. Freezy yesterday what's been going on, he sent me the TikTok which I was hoping would stay at 500 views. Turns out it's not done that. There is also this tweet that I've seen that's got 7,500 views, which isn't like an insane amount, but people saying I fear you're grasping at straws here. That's good news. That one is bad, I'll admit. Looking at it now, I'm just literally pointing at the word inside. I'd like to think in these 3 days, everybody's focus is going to be on the charity match. No one's going to give a shit if little old me was on inside. If I just post stories/posts that don't explicitly say inside, I don't think people are going to clock on, because the second one, people are still yet to see the tracksuit in the background. But I feel like there is a world in which nobody says any more. They will be keeping their eyes open, which means I'm going to have to work overtime to make it obvious, but only for me. So with a plan in place and charity match preparations fully underway, I thought what better time to strike again than now. Sorry, I didn't see you there. I've just finished training to be the best football player you ever see. But the grind don't stop, baby. Just arrived at the hotel, and obviously this is paid for by Elside Men. So I thought, if I go to the minibar, take a little picky, I can then caption it just dropped like $3 grand on the Sidemen card for a packet of crisps. Or just lost like something along those lines. You know what I'm trying to say here. The premise of the inside obviously being that you spend the Sidemen's money, except it's money that you could win. This is money that I'm never going to win. This is charity. I would never steal from charity. And get caught. And now that I felt like I was unbeatable once again, I thought, why not tell somebody who really shouldn't know?
I'm about to post a fun little story. I'm sure you're aware of a certain show that I've been on. For the past few days, been subtly hinting at the fact that I may or may not have been on Inside.
Okay, I've seen these.
Yeah.
I've seen your stories, but
Yeah, nobody clocked onto it.
yeah.
Everyone's thinking, oh, that's for the charity match.
Yeah.
My inside tracksuit
Oh my
is in the background in the cupboard. And then I thought, oh, I'll put a little damper in so people don't really
I saw this
catch
one.
on.
That one got me hard.
And then this one, I don't know if you see this.
I've just found out they've made a software.
You are just weird. And I just thought you might want to see the next one that I put up. So, I'll be honest, a few people did correlate the use of the word inside together.
You have used it a lot.
Just a little subtle hint.
I think people would clock that. Actually, no. I don't think anyone will clock it still. I think you have too much time.
No, yeah, that is exactly what's happening.
Right, the post has now been up 6 whole hours. I have popped on a little repost from Giuseppe Weller and then a cute little one of the gang. I'm really delving into Sidemen fever, when in actuality, well, I actually am. That is exactly what I'm doing. Let's have a look. I see a goal in your future. Thank you. What in the absolute hell? A girlfriend application? What are we doing here, people? Unless I'm doing a silly and I'm not seeing the messages, I think that one went under the radar. I realise I am playing with fire, but I don't fear being burned. I think I live to fight another day. I'm going to check the tweet and the TikTok. Because of course I have already been caught. 8,500 people have seen it. Right, this is now on 39,000 views. That's That's about 48,000 people, and these have now been viewed. Day 1 post, 170,000 views. Day 2 post has got 180,000 views. The Inside Out post, 160,000 views. Currently, after 7 hours, the new one's got 100,000 views. So I'd say that's comfortably over 200,000 people have seen it, and actually putting it like that, and 40,000 potentially may think that I was on Inside. Hey, that's over 75%. I'm happy with it. The long and short of it is it could be worse. I need to up the ante. Tomorrow, I play at Wembley. But also tomorrow, I prank the whole world. More than I have already. I don't know what I'm going to say, because if I say Inside again, then it's a problem. Okay, so we are back from the charity match. Not a lot really happened. Quick snippet of me scoring in there.
No! Oh, no!
And on screen now, you can probably see that I'm in my charity match shirt, but I've also got my Inside joggers on. As I've said, I need to stop trying to just say the word Inside. I'm trying to think of fun ways that people just won't catch on, so I've decided to go for getting me Inside joggers on, which is the level up, of course, from just briefly showing them in the background. But with a slight tweak, chapow. And I'm going to put a sneaky little caption on it as well, which reads as follows. I'm going to be in this for the foreseeable. And everyone goes, what? Get your charity match shirt off, you idiot. And I say, no. I'm in my Inside tracksuit. I think the next plan is, so tomorrow I get announced. I've just received a load of photos from the charity match. I did a carousel yesterday. I'm going to make another carousel tonight with these photos that I've been given, but I'm going to edit into each and every one of them some form of hint. Because up until now I've been posting on my stories. The stories get between 150 to 200,000 views, and I'm thinking let's up the ante here. Yesterday's post is currently on at 1 million views. So if I do another one with every single photo on the carousel being a hint, and people don't pick up on any of it, I think I have fooled the entire world. I can rest my helmet on my sword like a photoshopping Thanos and rest easy over a calm earth. I don't even know what I'm saying here. I'm going absolutely insane. Type in George Clark Inside, see what comes up. By the way, that Inside trailer they showed at the match, the shadow kicking at the end, George Clark, you can't hide it from me. This is what I'm saying. The sidemen have scuppered my plans. In this trailer you can clearly see a sexy figure kicking a door. That's myself. They've folded my plans at the very last hurdle. Also, I was literally on a team with somebody I was on Inside with. It's a very difficult scenario to sort of worm your way around, especially when you're as awkward as I am, and trying to act out that you've never met someone before. I lived in a house with this man for a week. Right, I need to edit some photos. I'll be back. Well, I have just slaved away for genuinely about 3 hours. That was way too excessive. I've gotten far too deep into this. I bet you didn't see all the other nonsense that I did you? And you sure as hell aren't going to see all of this. Let's start with post number 1. Oh, that's a nice pic, George. Oh, that's really cute and nice, and there's obviously nothing wrong with that. Look to my... Well, look on the right. Look to this George's left. And that George's right. It's literally me in an Inside hoodie next to myself in the locker room. And ain't none of you gonna pick up on it, you silly idiots. Next picture. Oh, he's got the eyes on the ball. You've clearly not got your eye on the ball, because Chunks has got a Sidemen Inside logo on his bloody thigh. 2-0 me. Oh, this is so stupid. Photo number 3, I hear you ask. Oh, it's only the most devious lineup in all of history. What's wrong with this? Oh, have you even noticed Joe Weller? No, not that one. The one I've thrown amongst the crowd, alongside Specs in their season... in their Inside outfits. This one I'm actually quite worried about. They are fairly obvious. What am I doing? This is such a bad idea. But never fear, because people will be scrolling through this carousel like it's nobody's business. Boom! Oh, that's just the best team since time began, isn't it? Boom! 4 Inside hoodies. And I bet you didn't even see this. Oh, it's like a little game of Where's Wally, isn't it? Oh no, more like a little game of Where's the Inside bottle? Right underneath Callum Freeze's armpit. Look at that bad boy. Oh, but I made it really obvious before you said Inside. Just did, pal. Didn't find that one, did you? I really hope you don't, actually, because I'm gonna look silly if you do. God, I spent so long on these. I learned how to Photoshop doing this. Number 5. This one, probably the most obvious, but I'm hoping that people get distracted by the cute little embrace that me and Will are having. Oh, you didn't see between our legs? Oh, I bet you were looking at the wrong thing, you cheeky bastard. Boom, it literally says Inside in massive letters.
That'll be fine. Nobody will bat an eyelid. That one is very obvious. Cashier number 6, please. It's just George leading some sort of sexy conga. What are you on about? What's the problem here? Oh, maybe the fact that Castillo's watching from front seat. Everybody knows he couldn't get a ticket. Also, Ginger's in it and he was in inside. I didn't even put that one in, but that's a hint. Didn't have a big enough file size. That's mean and unnecessary. He's lovely. Number 7. Oh, George, I can't possibly find what's going on here. It's poking you right in the face. I'm inside, men. I'm inside Ethan. Look, I've been editing for a long time. I couldn't be bothered, and I just thought this was a cute photo I wanted to put on the carousel. Can a man not just dream? Can a man not do what he wants with his own Instagram for once? And final mente, and I bet you're thinking, but George, that's an regular kitted man next to you. No, look down to the bottom left. You may see some keys perfectly hidden. Oh, they're only keys for room 19. If you haven't watched inside, that's the, diary room. Let's get these bad boys posted and see how instantly people recognize that I've been an idiot. So the final post had been made, and it was gaining traction. But did people figure it out? Right, so it's been 48 hours since I've been announced for Inside. And a few of the comments have been saying, oh, what? I had no idea. Oh, what a surprise. So I think the mission wasn't totally a success. But I don't think it was my fault. I think people made predictions months ago which are somewhat coming true. The whole Jason livestream thing, and potentially slightly to do with the little stories that I put out that said Inside. But the post that I put out, which has now been up for 72 hours, currently 900,000 people have seen it, and not one of the 8 different little sort of Easter eggs that I put in have been spotted. I'd like to say my personal mission, I'd say I've been successful. It literally says Inside in huge letters, people. How are we not catching on? I hope that now once you've got to the end of this video, you realise, oh, it wasn't quite as easy as he made it seem. And yes, George, you are a genius. But yeah, now everybody knows. So